On here. Canadian t-shirt. I don't want it anymore. Because you're going far right extremes. You got Jordan Peterson using intellectual pursuits of writing his way out of his programs. You got all right-wing fascists on YouTube. Friggin' right-wing fascists. I'm a moderate, but I sure am leaving Canada. I'm not going to live under Pierre Paul. I'm not listening to any more Jordan Peterson. I've been trying to block the idiot. He's intelligent. Intelligence. When I was born in 1955, he died, and that was a genius. Albert Einstein. Now, genius. What's intelligence? Somebody takes Paxil pills and sits back and attacks women's rights. Attacks transgender. Let's talk about the law in Canada. Conversion is against the law, okay? So quit worrying about it. It's a little strange, isn't it? It's a little strange. Maybe it went too far. I have no right to judge it, but I have a right to judge a mouthpiece like Peters. You're destroying Canadian democracy, you bastard. So is J.J. McEwen. I'd throw you in friggin' jail. I was just looking at the Human Rights Ontario, but it's been weakened down so much, like weak coffee, that you're attacking women's rights, equality of women. Are you an idiot? Intelligence. You're supposed to be a professor of pill pushing. No, clinical psychology. The sterile friggin' stupid stuff. Yeah, you're sterile bastard. You're running down. You're far right wing. You're against Trudeau. You know something? I support Trudeau right now because of his plans. I don't support Pierre Paul, the liar. I don't support all the right wing newspapers and garbage that's been ruining our country. I don't support any right wing conservatives. Nah, never will. Unless they come into conservatism. The fiscal, economic, egalitarian systems, not free market capitalism. And tough love. Listen to what you talk about here, Jordan. You talk about life is suffering. You know what life is about? Being happy. You're reframing everything. The sensation of life is suffering. The Buddha noble truth, but you don't understand that. So you leave words out, so you're a friggin' woke dupe. Anger? Say it the Lord. I'm just telling people don't listen to him. He's an idiot. He might have a PhD, but hell, I've met PhDs that are freaking stupid. And, you know, education, Don Tillman talked about. What are we doing? We're educating them? We're making little muffins and cupcakes. And the education system's garbage. There's no introspection. Everybody's listening to prophets. The prophet system of BS. Why does a young man have to listen to an idiot like him? I listen to a lot of men in my life, and there's some good men, some bad men. Well, I learned to discern what's a good man to listen to. And I learned to discern what a bad man is. You know what a bad man is, boys? Well, I've met a few. I had a horse beaten to death. He was a bad man. I met a good man. He was a jockey. Showed me a better way. Now, I'm trying to bring in a green horse. Monty Roberts, Buck Brannigan. We know the difference between good men and bad men. Because we're horsemen. Not horsemen of the apocalypse with all this doom and Lies. We're just horsemen. Don Tillman's cowboy from Utah. He went in and talked the truth about the pharmaceutical racket and took it to us. He's a horseman. These guys here, they came. He was born what 60. He's a yuppie. Well, I'm a boomer. So what I get is this boomer stuff all the time. Who wrote that? Libertarians. Called Grandmother Jones going around. Boomer. We did it all. What we did was nothing. We just watched Richard Nixon off for called gold in 1971. I was 12 years old when Woodstock was on. You know, I saw a lot of things, but I was only 12. So you're going to blame me for a lot of crap. Get your history right, kids. Get your history right and quit listening to all these prophets. They're extreme fascists. Hitler was doing this stuff. Pierre's doing it too. He's a fascist. He's pointing fingers at everything. And he's making promises. Well, Hitler did help people. He came out with the Volkswagen and he built the Autobahn. But he used slaves. What did Jordan just say on there? He said Hitler's mistake was to kill the Jews, just keep them slaves. He's talking a bunch of rubbish about life. He's got no acidic. He's no spiritual or emotional, spiritual intelligence. He's talking against pronouns of gender and stuff. What a bunch of waste of time. He, she. I go on LinkedIn. That's the way it's written. He, she, him. That's me. I'm a him. He, she. But you're arguing over it. How much friggin' waste of time do you have to do this, Peterson? You know, Joni Mitchell and Neil Young left Spotify because of you guys. I don't know how many, where we go. You take over the platforms. They kick me off of here, good. Because I'm going to Vimeo and I'll put it up on my own websites. And I'll take it to Australia and I'm going to run for politics. That means I have to denounce citizenship of Canada. Yeah, because I'm a descendant of Australia. I'm making a bill, no visa for you to come in and shoot your poison around. You're Illuminati prophet of BS. And Canberra will have a bill restricting Jordan Peterson from doing talks in Australia. You'll mess up the young men there. They got wives. I've seen a lot of mess. Racism starting to come in there. Keep it clean. Make sure Peterson never enters Australia. You're a toxic misogynist and a liar. Sue me, Peterson. You got money? Sue me. You know, come on, buddy. You know, you would have a fisticuffy with a guy. I could cut your conchos right up your head because I don't like you. I've always stood for women's rights and equality in Canada and North America. But Pierre Paul getting in, I'm denouncing citizenship. And I'm going for full Australian because I can. I've had enough crap from conservatives. I'm an entrepreneur and I can't stand you. I cannot stand Stephen Harper, Mike Harris. or Doug Ford or any of those yo-yos, except he's getting liquor and, well, he's doing some good things. I can go over there and get a beer and drink it. But it cost me a fortune, so I got to work in Canada at 68. I could have been working a long time ago, but an idiot stopped me because he was using the taxpayers. But he's not an economist. You know, economists would look and say, yeah, you should go back to work. You'll be paying into the taxation system, keeping things afloat. Now, as a policymaker, PC policy, piece of manure. We got rid of Scott Morrison in Australia. He was a libertarian. He was liberal, but he was still a libertarian. Less government. So here's what's happening, Peterson. All the rants and everything, the wave's coming, boy. And point fingers at each other. When the tsunami hits, you got to be pointing at who did it. Who did it? You're at $1.4 trillion. Is it Trudeau? Or is it the equalization payments going out to Alberta and BC? And, you got 10 Principles of Life. You got 10 right-wing newspapers and journals and columns. All lies, all rubbish. There's not much in journalism anymore except hogwash. Am I breaking the law, speaking my truth? I don't think so. I'm leaving Canada. I have a legal right to fill that form out when I get my Australian citizenship that I'm not attached to fascism. Goodbye.